Hello, everyone. My name is Brennan Moore. That noise you're hearing is my ventilator. Welcome to A Larger World, presented by page turners. They were not in a Star Wars podcast. Okay, folks, the other day, Lucasfilm released a teaser for Andor Season 2. Now, I have to confess, I don't want to know too much. I don't want to start figuring things out in my head. So I watched the teaser once, maybe twice, and didn't pay super amount of detailed attention. But I do want to focus on a few thoughts that I had. So, first off, Andor himself, Cassian Andor, is in a few shots in the trailer sporting a new look with his hair slicked back, wearing some pretty fine clothes, giving that classic Andor smirk. I wonder if he is going to be infiltrating like an upper class party. Like, is he going to be hanging out with Mon Mothma at one of her, upper class Coruscant parties? And, is he going to be mingling with some of those upper class Coruscant people? I don't know, but it's certainly what he looks like. But I imagine that Cassian Andor is, now that he's joined the fight, is probably going to be working in all kinds of situations. And maybe these upper class politicians' parties is one of the places where he hangs out. Speaking of Mon Mothma dancing, I imagine that maybe it's at the wedding of her obnoxious daughter, or maybe it's just a party. Mon Mothma seems to be dancing with abandon, as they say. You know, like she just doesn't care anymore. Obviously, she cares. But I do wonder, um, let me back up a little. So in Star Wars Rebels, season 3, I believe, maybe season 2, I'm not sure. Sorry, either season 3 or 4. Um, we know that Mon Mothma in the Senate accuses the Emperor personally of war crimes. I believe about the planet Gorman. She gives this fiery speech, and she has to leave Coruscant. This is where our rebel team picks her up, takes her to a rendezvous point, where she gives a broadcast to all the rebel cells and says, "Come and join us," and officially founds the Rebel Alliance. Are we going to get a reference to that in this season of Andor? I certainly hope that we do. Is it possible that Mon Mothma dancing in that party is the moment where she decides, you know what? No more sitting around. I'm going to call out the Emperor and show him for what he is. I wonder. The other thing, obviously, we see K2SO, which he was a former Imperial droid. How that story's going to play out, I don't know. But it's always exciting to have him, especially anytime Alan Tudyk is in anything. The other thing is we see, Orson Krennic, the mastermind of actually building the Death Star. Now, we saw in Rogue One that he was a frustrated middleman. He was stuck in middle management, was kind of the guy in charge of the Death Star's construction. After they tested out on Jakku, not Jakku, sorry, Jeddah, Grand Moff Tarkin swoops in and says, "No, it's mine now." And boy, does this piss off Krennic. Now, in what we're seeing in Andor, he's still in charge of the project. So maybe he's a little bit more arrogant and very much an air of superiority because he still owns that project. He's still the boss at this time. What's he doing in this season? What games is he playing? What is his connection to the story? Does he run into Andor? Like, do he and Cassian confront each other? Or maybe they don't realize, and Krennic doesn't realize who Andor is. I don't know. But it's interesting to see Krennic here. Ben Mendelsohn is always a delight. What's his angle? What's he up to? I want to know. And the last thing that stood out to me, we see flashes of Dedra Meero and Cyril Karn. Evil fascist lady and her stalker simp boy. What are they up to? And also, I have to confess, I'm on record for saying this. I ship them as a toxic couple. What two in the season, and what's their quote unquote relationship? Is Cyril finally getting his dream of being in the Empire? What is going on here? Now, do either of them turn good? Hmm, I don't know about that. It's hard for me to imagine Dedra ever turning good. Cyril, maybe, but he's such a little weasel. I don't know. But it's interesting to see the two of them there. What's going on with them? It'll be interesting to find out. Beyond these things that stood out to me, I really don't want to speculate too much and just enjoy the ride. Now, the release schedule is a little bit different. The show premieres on April 22nd, so not long after Star Wars Celebration in Tokyo. They're going to be releasing the show over 4 weeks. Each week they will release 3 episodes. I'm okay with that. I did like that season 1 took 10 weeks to tell. But I'm okay with this release schedule. And I think each week, those 3 episodes that come out each week are going to be telling a story. A whole story that takes place in those 3 episodes and then moving on to the rest. I know that they're going to be covering a span of about 4 years. So each week it's going to jump ahead. Now, this is taking place at the same time as Star Wars Rebels. And I would hope that there are at least some minor connections. Now, as for the teaser itself, I'm not familiar with the song it used, but it was a real-world rock song. The lyrics involved starting a revolution, fighting back. And the energy of the teaser seemed to be so much more energetic than season 1. I wonder if it's saying the fight has begun, it's time for more action, and not so much moping and sitting around. But yet again, it's a teaser. It could be incorrect in presenting that tone. But I would hope that is a reflection of the tone for realsies. So those are my thoughts on Andor Season 2. I'm really excited. I can't wait. And I suspect we're in for quite a ride. My name is Brendan Marr. That noise you're hearing is my ventilator. Thank you for tuning into A Larger World, presented by Page Turners They Were Not, my Star Wars podcast. May the Force be with you.